Hi, guys. Welcome to Highly Strange Days. I'm Amy. Well, Shannon and I have really outdone ourselves with the story we're covering tonight. It's a delightful mix of paranormal and true crime. Florida man Grant Amato, the not so mastermind behind a gruesome familicide over a webcam girl, actually tried to help one of the ghost adventurers' wives carry out a hit on her hubby, Aaron Goodwin. Ghost Adventures is a show that delves into the world of reality paranormal investigation. I mean, come on, it's perfection. It's the chef's kiss. And no, we didn't make this up. Only Hollywood could come up with something this twisted. And how fitting that it's from a Hollywood TV show. I'll start rolling some credits while the rest of the power crew saunters in. Let's dive into this bizarre tale, shall we? Shout out to our replay crew. We love you guys. Hey guys, welcome to Highly Strange Days. I'm Amy.
And I'm Shannon.
My neighbor Jennifer sits all alone. She dreams of flying up to the moon. And she thinks it's the perfect night for dreaming and make believing.
I think it's the perfect night to blend true crime and paranormal. What do you think, Shannon? Oops,
I agree. I am super excited about this special Monday night Highly Strange Days collab.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to do a Michigan Monday true crime edition type thing, and Zach Baggins actually has a connection to Michigan. Even though he's not really part of it, but he is on the crew. So,
Zach Baggins. Yeah. I don't know if I should say my thoughts on the matter. I probably shouldn't. But Aaron is definitely my favorite of the two.
I don't watch it that often, but I have a theory about Michigan, and it's like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but it's the 6 degrees of Michigan, because you can like connect almost every true crime or something weird, whatever, back to Michigan, and this is just proof of it. But I've spoken to Zach Baggins before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I first was starting the paranormal and then I was getting into acting, I went to an acting class in Michigan. Well, I lived in Michigan and I did it in the Detroit area. And it was right around the time, it was just before his show was out. So I remember sitting in the class and, I was into the paranormal because I had Haunted Hillsdale at the time. And I told the class about it. And then afterwards, one of the girls said, I know this guy who has he has a show. Well, not a show, but he has a paranormal investigation team, and it might be getting picked up by a show. She said, you should contact him. And so she gave me his information, and I was like, well, okay. So I just sent him an email, and he just replied with, yeah, good luck with your shit. Not really bad. Like, didn't say it like that, but it was just like, good luck. I'm off on my own adventure. Goodbye.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Very anticlimactic, but that is my whatever I know about Zach. And I know that he dates Holly Madison, or was dating Holly Madison from the Playboy Mansion. So,
Oh my.
did you know that?
No, I did not. I had no idea who she was.
Oh, do you know? But did you see it in doing your research?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Was I supposed to?
No, but you said, when I said Holly Madison, you go, oh, like you knew her. And then when I said, did you know that? You said, no, I did not. I don't even know who she is. Well, okay. Then I'm
sorry. That initial O was in response to the Playboy Mansion part.
okay. Because I was confused. I didn't know what the O was.
Sorry to confuse you. But Amy, I just got to say one quick thing. Mercury retrograde has been kicking my ass since our show last week. I think we provoked the beast.
No, I said it was going to be a bad one because all these, there's not just Mercury is retrograde, and it's eclipse season. So yeah, but it's been a real stressful one because I'm dealing with a fibro flare up, and I'm just really tired and pretty stressed out because I have been dealing with technology and misfired stuff and just people, and I'm stressed.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're stressed, but I get it. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Even if I were to try to say I wasn't stressed, my body with the fibro flare, it's saying you're stressed. Stressed, lady. Relax.
Right.
So I want to say hi to everybody out there. Today we're coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hi, everyone. Be sure to warm up those fingers and dance it up to the hearts and thumbs up button. Leave us some DNA and show us some love. It's just a free way to help us out, and it's really appreciated. All right, let me get my screen together. So hold on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but hold on. It's not showing.
Hey guys, welcome to.
Oops. See, I don't have that up on the screen. I have something else on the screen.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's been StreamYard has been very weird during this Mercury retrograde. So, okay. So for those that don't know, haven't heard of this case, we're going to watch a few shorts that talk about the ghost adventures, and then we're going to watch a short clip about Grant Amato, and then we're going to go into reading about the story, and I have some YouTube videos that we're going to watch on it as well. We have the Sesh. Have you heard of the Sesh, Shannon?
I have not heard of the Sesh.
Oh, okay. So the Sesh is a group of women that come on and they talk about things. It's Kendall Ray and her cousin. Kendall Ray she originally did true crime. And then she kind of branched off into, she would do true crime videos. And then she went into doing a podcast with her husband called the Mile High. I think it's Mile Higher or Mile High podcast. I don't remember which one it is. And then she doesn't like to do paranormal as much. So he branched off and does like the real paranormal stuff. And then she branched off with her cousin and does like a chick chat type thing, but they do cover things like this. So they covered it, a short little clip we have for that. And then we have some news stuff that we're going to watch. And then I thought it'd be fun to even watch a little Ghost Adventures Michigan. So
yeah.
Okay.
In cuffs, wearing jail scrubs. Looking at Victoria Goodwin makes her first appearance in Las Vegas court. Hands in cuffs, wearing jail scrubs. Looking anxious as she's accused of plotting to have her husband, Aaron Goodwin of Ghost Adventures, murdered.
I'm looking in here and something came at me and hit me and I literally boomed.
As one of the hosts of the long-running Max show, Aaron deals with the paranormal, but his own true crime story is beyond anything he could imagine, and it's making all the headlines. On social media, the couple appeared happy, but underneath, a terrible plot was brewing.
You got this, babe.
I don't like it. I might throw up.
Police say Victoria initiated a plan to have Aaron killed with help from a convicted murderer, Florida inmate Grant Amato.
Did you leave your father looking like that, your brother Cody, or your mother? Who did this to your family?
Grant killed his own family after becoming obsessed with and spending over $200,000 on an internet cam girl. His story told in the Paramount Plus series Control, Alt, Desire.
I started using my brother's debit card, my dad's credit cards, and you just kind of like mentally snap.
Victoria reportedly saw the series and started a pen pal relationship with Grant. He used an illegal cell phone to text her from lockup, and they appeared to fall in love. She's accused of then asking Grant to find a hitman to get rid of her husband for a price, even giving him Aaron's location and set times for the hit. Her motive may have been Aaron's refusal to give her a divorce. She texted Grant, "Am I a bad person because I chose to end his existence? Not divorce?"
I think she was talking about $11,000 to make this go away. For her to say, as it's quoted here, "because I chose to end his existence," that's clear cut.
Dean O'Kelly is a former Las Vegas police officer who's not associated with the case, but has worked on similar killer-for-hire crimes.
It looks like they've got it buttoned up pretty tight with the text messages, with the agreement for payment, very specific amount for the payment. And it's pretty clear that she wanted him killed rather than, dealt with or someone to put the fear into him.
But why would Grant, who is still behind bars, get involved?
He's looking at, life without the possibility of parole already, so he has nothing to lose.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Aaron is trying to move on, recently filing for divorce and breaking his silence on Instagram by thanking everyone for their support.
Wow.
I know. Can you imagine? That's just like, wow. Okay, so, and here's a little bit on Grant's case. This is Bailey Sarian, who does Murder Makeup Monday.
I love her.
I do too.
And he's allowed to stay there, but he's going to have some new rules that Chad, his dad, put in place. Grant would not be allowed to use the internet, and they were going to take away his computer out of his room. Also, that he needed to get a job and start paying off some of the debts that he owed. So this is what Chad is telling Grant, which sounds like what most parents would do, usually to like a teenager, but Grant is almost 30 years old. The biggest and the most upsetting rule, Grant was going to have to cut all ties with Sylvie. So when Chad tells Grant, you can't talk to Sylvie anymore, I think that's at the moment when he informs Grant, hey, we actually contacted her. And we told her the truth. And in my mind, that's probably the moment that really just set Grant off. I mean, that would be just embarrassing. And he's probably angry because he thinks he's in love with this woman. So Chad is trying to explain to Grant that you're literally putting a stranger that you've never met over your own family, and that now the family is financially struggling because of this. Just trying to get through to Grant to open his eyes. Now Grant agreed to these rules in order to stay in the house. Margaret, Grant's mother, she was more sad, but time went on and Grant was seeming to follow the rules, but it didn't really last long. I guess Grant would go to Margaret, his mother, ask if he could use her phone because her phone could access internet, and Margaret would allow him to use her phone and talk to Sylvie on Twitter. On January 24th, Chad found out that Grant...
Had you heard about the Grant Amato case before, Shannon?
Nope. I hadn't heard about it at all.
His case, I always get Grant Amato mixed up with Chandler. What was his name? Chandler Halderson. Because he committed familicide too, but only Chandler was pretending to go to college and work, and he was doing neither. His parents were paying for it, and when his dad found out. But anyway, I digress. But this Chandler is really, he was dating this Russian cam model and giving her all the money that the parents were giving to him. It's just outrageous.
Wow. What is wrong with people?
I don't know. Have you noticed that I feel like there's been a lot of familicides and familicides happening lately.
I don't know. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to true crime, so I wouldn't know that. But that's crazy.
No, I feel like there is, because I just named off those 2 cases where the sons unalived their parents. Then there's the Joel Guy case where he did it to his parents, and he literally boiled his mother's head in a pot.
Oh my God.
Then there's the Gypsy Rose case. There's
Right.
The Carly Gibb case. I mean, and then there's the kid. I can't think of his name, but he unalived his mother in one state and got away with it, and then came to Florida and did it to his father, or vice versa, did it to his father and then his mother, and got away with it in both states. He's a free kid right now. So,
oh my God.
yeah, so it's happening. And it's just amazing to me that Grant Amato has his sticky little fingers in this.
You know, I'll never get the concept of falling in love with a prisoner that you've never met.
Well, it's not even, it's a cam model that he fell in love with.
No, I'm talking
she
about
fell in love with Grant. Yeah, and he's so
Right.
slimy too. I mean, he's so slimy and creepy and small and like small.
Yeah. Definitely. He's let's commit a felony and destroy your marriage and your life in order to be in love with this scumbag. I don't
Right? It's just ugh. We've got some people coming into chat that we want to say hi to. Hi, Into the Weeds. Hi, Rose. Hi, Bubbles. And hi to everybody out there listening in the I don't know, out in the weeds. Hi, everyone. Okay, so we have an article that we're going to read, and then we'll go into watching some YouTube videos on it. Are you up to reading tonight?
I sure am.
Awesome.
All right. So, Ghost Adventure star's wife appears in court for alleged murder for hire plot. Las Vegas. The wife of
And
yes,
if they use the M word too much in this article, just kind of try to play with that word and change it around.
thank you, because I would have just read it.
Dang YouTube.
The wife of a paranormal reality series cast member charged with plotting his schmurder. I can still say schmurder, right?
Yeah, murder, red rum, however you, or you unaliving, you know, any word you want other than the M word. You can even say the M word.
Charged with plotting his schmurder was in court this week. The wife of Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin was arrested earlier this month on suspicion of solicitation to unalive and conspiracy unaliving after police uncovered she had been involved in a schmurder for hire plot with her husband as the intended target. Victoria Goodwin was arrested March 6th in Nevada, where the couple resides. Publicly available inmate records show. She is being held on a $100,000 bail after an initial court hearing that took place Tuesday, according to court records. According to a copy of the police report obtained by CNN, investigators determined that Victoria Goodwin willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously plotted to commit the red rum of her husband with an inmate in Florida who she had been communicating with, and that $11,000 had been set aside for when the job was finished. CNN has reached out to representatives for both Victoria and Aaron Goodwin. Police uncovered text messages between Victoria Goodwin and the inmate that allegedly indicated she was conspiring and soliciting to schmurder Aaron Goodwin through a third party who the inmate was corresponding with. Their communications included plans for Victoria Goodwin to make an initial payment in the amount of $2,500, according to police.
So was she was talking to Grant, and Grant was going to find a hitman for her. So Grant
Yeah.
was just like the third party type deal.
Yes.
In between, the go-between, the lover.
And she was in love with the inmate,
Ooh.
according to the police report, and felt her husband would not accept divorce. So that's telling me he didn't turn her down for the divorce. She's just assuming he would not accept the divorce.
Yeah, because I read another article, and it was talking about, like, she just said, like, he wouldn't go for the divorce. It's like, well, did you ask him? Did you ask? And who cares if he wouldn't go for it? That's not how divorce works. Like, if someone doesn't go for it, then you have to, like, make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Not by murder.
Mm-hmm. Right. Not by Grant Amato. It's so complicated. Why would I don't know. She went the complicated route. Why? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's almost comical. Bubble says it's almost comical that they thought that this was the idea. Like, this was the plan. This was how she was going to make it happen with Grant Amato. It just seems so Hollywood made up, but okay.
Okay. Excerpts of text messages included in the report show Goodwin allegedly giving the inmate information about her husband's whereabouts in connection with the plot and questioning if she was a bad person because she chose to end his existence instead of divorcing him.
Yes.
Following her,
the answer would be yes.
You are a bad person. Yes.
Yes.
Following her arrest, Goodwin told police that she initially began writing to the inmate after she became aware of him from a true crime documentary. Amy.
Did you see it? I didn't watch it because he drives me crazy. He is such a wuss. Like I have a hard time. I don't know. I have a hard time with men that do things that are really horrible and are really wussy too on top of it all. You know what I mean? Ugh. And are so non-manly that this is the person that they've chosen. Like,
yeah, absolutely. So she was aware of him from a true crime documentary, according to the police report. They eventually began communicating via text message. Goodwin denied wanting her husband to be skilled, according to the report, and described herself as daydreaming of being in a different situation, but she no longer felt that way. She also told police that she began talking to the inmate at a point in time when she and her husband were going through problems in their marriage and described feeling lonely. I'm lonely, so I'm going to talk to someone who's in prison for the rest of their life.
yeah,
Really?
or it would be like Gypsy Rose's husband Ryan and do a dare. I'll write Gypsy Rose if you write the Lion King. Okay, deal. Let's do it. Let's write prisoners.
Jesus. In court Tuesday, Victoria Goodwin claims she doesn't remember sending the messages. The next step in the case is a status check, which is set for April 8th. Aaron Goodwin filed for divorce after his wife was arrested. Gee, he was open to it.
He's okay with the divorce. Imagine that.
Yeah. Aaron Goodwin is an actor and host best known for starring alongside Zach Baggins on the Discovery's Ghost Adventures. Aaron and Victoria Goodwin have been married since 2022, according to a post on her Instagram.
Yeah. Well, the divorce is happening, I suppose.
So she doesn't get the felon or the husband.
Nope. What state was she in? Does she live in?
Vegas. Nevada.
That's right, Vegas. So she'll be in Vegas and Grant will be in Florida.
Oh, what a shame.
I know, how sad. Hi, Miss GMD. Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Hey, you know what, Miss GMD? Rose Z and I are going to be going live on Wednesday to update everybody on the Nicole Kessinger who has been spotted at a funeral. So for my OG Parawomenradio, I'm sure you'll be happy to know that Rosie and I are going to be teaming up again for the Watts case. Woohoo!
Fun.
Yeah. So that's this Wednesday. There's in the Watts case, the mistress has been spotted at a funeral. So and someone took a picture. So
Ooh.
yeah. Gotta talk about it.
That's the mistress that they thought was a witch, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. That we covered her, yes. The mistress that would give Chris the drinks and she did the crystals and stuff.
Yep, and the sex magic.
Yes, she liked the sex magic, the sexy stuff. Okay, so back to this case. Guys, if you like our content, be sure to give us a share. It's a free way to get our content out there so that other people can find us. I am going to be editing all of our lives down into videos because I'm just feeling like my editing has gotten way better. I feel like I figured some things out and I feel more confident and I've got like a system now and I can do it much faster. And so I am going to start editing our videos and putting it over onto our Feel Good University. That's our sister page. And also over onto Shannon's page. What is the name of your Paraworld News? What is it? Paraworld?
Yes.
Paraworld
News.
Is it news or is it Paraworld?
Paraworld News. Hyphen news.
Sorry. Paraworld News. Sorry. I couldn't remember if you kept the news or not. So, all right. So, you what?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, let's take a peek at what the sesh has to say about this case.
Okay.
If you want me to stop, just say stop.
Okay.
So everything that we view, you guys, I will be putting over in the YouTube show notes. We do stop and start things, talk over it, or don't read everything in its entirety. But we do put everything, all our sources and our show notes down in the YouTube show notes. And we do this for fair play use and to cite our sources.
When more information happens, or more information comes out, the trial happens and everything. But what we know so far is fucking nuts.
This is absolutely wild, you guys.
Okay, so if you haven't heard, which
I appreciate Kendall because she likes to use the F word, although she is monetized in a way that we are not, so I can't use it like she does. But I just love a good F word when you really mean it, right? It is effing nuts.
Yes.
Josh knew about this, obviously, because he is clued into the ghost
I feel
adventures
like no
world.
one's talking about this.
No, I haven't seen
Haley's the one that told us about it. We were like, oh shit.
No, I told you about it. It came up on my feed. Unless Haley told you first because I was out of town, but I sent it to you guys. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so Ghost Adventures. Very popular show. I have to say I've never seen Ghost Adventures.
It's so good.
Have you seen it? No, Curly, you know.
I love Ghost Adventures.
I heard it's like pretty fake.
Yeah.
That's what somebody said in our chat, that they felt like the show was pretty fake. But I feel like all of the paranormal shows now are pretty fake. Are there any shows that aren't pretty fake?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of Ryan and Shane, and Shane is really there and he grounds Ryan and he doesn't let him get away with anything that's that's
I guess I meant on TV. Are they on TV? They're more on the internet, like on YouTube and
stuff. They're on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been watching, what do I like to watch? Kindred Spirits. And that seems pretty real to me. I think they're very believable.
I like to watch YouTube videos of things caught.
Oh, yeah, like what the top 5, honey? What is that top 5 guy that you like to listen to? Nuke's top 5.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos lately. Top 20, top 15, like 2-hour long YouTube videos of just, things caught on the video that seem like, I like to look at them. Is it real? Isn't it real? Is that scary? Oh my God, that seems fake. That kind of stuff. I just like with the shows, I feel like they add the drama, and then they, like if they don't catch anything, it's boring. So they've got to do something, right?
Yeah, they do.
How many
Yeah.
times did we do paranormal investigations where we didn't catch anything? I just don't, I just think there's a lot of maybe some, I think there is some fakeness, but this is just all my opinion for alleged conspiracy entertainment purposes.
Yeah, no, I don't know necessarily that they're fake, but I think they make a big deal over things that don't need big deals made over.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. They do. It's maybe not fake, but they, like it's not such a big deal.
Yeah.
That you heard a sigh or a creak or something. Like, I think one of the biggest things that I was amazed by was when Grant from Ghost Hunters got pushed.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Well, we actually have Shannon Sylvia coming on it's probably in April from Ghost Hunters, the European edition of it, coming on to talk about her adventures doing the show and what she's doing now. She has a bakery.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did we talk to her back in the day?
We did talk to her back in the day. And we did.
Awesome.
Because, I did that. I was doing those lectures, and I went into Canada, and she was at a paranormal convention, and I did the show with her. And there's a lot of videos or photos of me. I sat with her. She's a lot of fun. Her and her husband, they're a lot of fun. They're just funny, and they're people that decided to be childless, and just they take care of their animals. And she has her bakery, and she collects weird stuff. And she's just a really interesting person.
So does she live in England?
No, she lives in, I think, Massachusetts. She was like from that East Coast Ghost Hunters. She's part of the ghost hunting crew. Like, she was Ghost Hunters, like that whole series, Ghost Hunters. But then they decided to go send them over to Europe, the team.
Oh, okay.
She was part of the ghost hunting team in Europe. So
good.
She's on the show. So we can kind of ask her, like, how fake, how real is it? And then she's the one that created the grid. She was the first one that came out with the lights where it creates a grid, and you can see the ghost pass through it.
I love those.
Yeah, she was the first one to come out with those.
Well, that's awesome. Good for her. That's a really interesting tool.
Yes, it is. So I just don't know if I believe in the shows, but maybe she'll be able to tell us.
Good. Yeah, that'll be fun. And that's when?
Next month sometime.
Woohoo! Yay!
And we've got a psychic. I had to push her forward. And then we have one other person, I can't remember. If you're interested in being on the show, if you're just an unusual kind of woman or a man that likes to be interviewed and have a feminine energy around you, we're always happy to. We love our men too, just as much as the women. You can email me, and I've got the email going across the screen down below. It's parawomenradio@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't want to like speak on it without knowing.
No, I mean,
I've heard
it's pretty silly. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
they're
funny.
they're fun. Like, they're serious,
but it comes
across as funny because it's like these guys are
So
so serious about these like, and some things. I'm not a skeptic. I do believe in some paranormal.
I do too.
But I think that they definitely obviously like played up for the show.
Yeah.
And like they have like this one camera. I know Lights Out used it for their little lockdown. But it like tracks like body movements. It'll put like a head, 2 arms, and legs and stuff. And so sometimes you'll see like the little like.
Okay, so I just watched a really scary ghost video on that today, and it is really weird. It was of this ghost video where these guys were investigating this. I don't know what it was they were investigating, but it was a bunker. I know it was a bunker, and when they had built the bunker, a lot of people had died in the bunker building it, and then when they built down into the ground, they realized they built into a graveyard, an old graveyard. Yeah. Oh dear. So anyway, there was this video of an old computer equipment not turned on or anything, and they had that camera where it just shows like this stick figure, and they're like filming it, and there's this green stick figure by the old computer equipment working, just typing away, moving around, and they're just standing there filming it, and then this guy moves up close to it and sticks his hand out, and and you can see the man with his stick figure touching the green stick figure that's the ghost, and he's like, I feel like my whole body is buzzing right now. It's really scary. To me, it was really scary.
Yeah, those are really, that's a really interesting tool. And I remember an episode of Kindred Spirits where they're in a bedroom of a haunted house, and they're facing, I don't know that necessarily they were facing a chair, but they were in the direction of a chair. And the camera showed a figure sitting down in the chair. It was weird. It was creepy.
Weird. It sounds just like the video that I saw, where it's just like it was just sitting there or it was moving. It was like standing in front of a computer, and it looked like it was typing, and then it would reach his hand out and move around. I don't know. Whatever
like
you
move a mouse.
What?
Like move a mouse? It would reach out and like move a mouse?
Yeah, it was reaching out, moving its hand off to the side, doing stuff. Yeah, it looked like it was typing, and then it would reach one hand off and move some stuff, and then yeah, it was weird.
That's awesome.
I should have saved it, but I didn't know that they were gonna. I didn't listen to this whole thing on the sesh, so.
Ghost, quote unquote, just dancing, like doing a little like Irish
that
jig.
is giving so
Lights out.
news.
Oh, sorry.
Oh
no,
my gosh.
no,
So,
Tina.
Lights Out is her husband's true crime podcast that he does. She doesn't like scary stuff, and he likes really scary stuff. Like he goes into the really scary.
Ooh.
Talk about the demons and stuff like that.
Oh.
I mean, no shades, but I think it's really funny. My mom and I used to watch that show growing up. It was like our special times. Ghost Adventures holds a very close spot in my heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
we love that.
It's been going on since like 2008.
You know, Janelle and I did our own Ghost Adventures one time
At the
with
Stanley,
Josh
right?
at the Stanley Hotel.
Okay,
Big fail.
bro. We were
Big
so
fail.
fucking blazed that whole
The
time.
Stanley Hotel is one place that I really want to go. I still want to go to the Stanley Hotel because I love Stephen King. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so high.
We
The
weren't
footage is hilarious. That's never been
Dude,
released.
you guys
want?
you guys played it for us. You guys
Huh?
played it for us. At
Oh yeah,
like
we played it
did
at
a lunch or
company
something.
one time. Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit.
We couldn't get anything to happen. We like paid extra to stay.
No,
in
I
the,
started
the
cussing
special
the
room.
ghost out. I
Yeah.
was like, listen here, you fucking pussy.
like, show yourself.
Josh went. Remember, Josh like locked himself in the
It's
closet.
like, I hear something. I'm like,
He was,
no,
like,
you don't.
He was so upset because he got all the equipment and everything. He wants to experience the paranormal so bad. And then
Yeah,
they
I'm
did
good.
their ghost
Nothing
adventuring
happened.
thing, and nothing happened. He was very disappointed. But
I
they had
just
fun.
don't really believe in it that much.
Do you believe in ghosts?
You don't believe in ghosts?
You've got to do more than just a few things, and that is just fleeting. Don't.
Yeah.
And then it's also weighs on you. I feel like it helped to make me extra sick too. You don't know that it's like messing with you, and it is messing with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ghosts?
Not that I don't believe in ghosts. I just no one has showed me any sort of proof that really makes me go, oh wow, that is shocking.
Have you seen the walking doll from Mexico? There's like this old video. It's just like a child's doll, but it's tall and it like has like movable legs and stuff. And I think I don't know. The video does give me like weird vibes, but this old lady's like walking with the doll, and the doll is like walking on its own.
I
It's
think there
probably
are very scary videos out there. I think there's terrifying videos.
Oh yeah.
But I
Definitely.
think that she wouldn't believe the video because here she is saying it's probably not, right? She hasn't even seen it, and she's saying it's probably not.
Yeah.
on its own. Like, it's probably got fucking strings on it, right?
No,
Why? How is it a ghost?
because there's a ghost in the doll.
Like entered its body.
Wait, is this it?
I don't know, man. I just
Yes.
I don't know
let me
enough
see it.
about the
I'm
paranormal.
annoyed by the people that are like, oh, I just really want to see something paranormal. But no, that's probably strings. And I get like you have to debunk everything, but she's not even looking at it to like she wasn't even, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't even Wasn't even willing to like.
Normal to actually say whether or not, you know, I believe that ghosts exist and spirits and stuff. I don't think that they're gonna expose themselves on TV.
By itself, this is Rosita the walking doll and her owner Rosa. Rosa has claimed to have the doll for about 50 years. Neighbors have claimed.
What is? Oh, that's the video they were talking about.
Oh, there's a bunch of feedback.
A bunch of feedback?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear any.
Hold on. It's me. I can hear. Sorry, guys. All right, let me see if that's better. I don't know. All of a sudden, I started getting my own feedback. Sorry, guys.
When they would peek through the windows of Rosa's house, they would see.
Doing it again. I don't get it.
Well, we don't hear it.
I know, but it's me talking and it's like my voice talking over me.
Oh, I see. That's weird.
I might have to leave and come back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let me see if I can keep it running.
See the doll moving by itself. As you can see, Rosita won't just walk with anybody.
Why is the blonde girl
This video was taken a couple years later, and Rosa.
Well, I'll have to make sure that my little sister sees this because she does not like dolls. I used to freak her out with a doll when she was a kid that we had that was like 2.5 feet tall, a big giant doll. It was her size. I would put her clothes on it, and it would scare her. We kept it in the closet. So yeah, I'll have to get my little sister to take a look at this video.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I was telling everyone about my little sister and her fear of dolls.
No, it's not. I cannot tell where the feedback is coming from.
Oh. And it's still doing it? It wasn't just that video?
No, it's like now that the video is on, it's still doing it. Feedback. And I can't even think to, it's like my voice. You know how feedback.
Yeah.
Let me see if I remove Shannon. Okay, now when I remove Shannon, I don't have the feedback. Do you have the window open of us?
I just have the StreamYard up.
Okay. Take it. It's you. Something's changed because when I remove you, it's not up there.
Okay, leave me up and I'm going to mute myself and you tell me if it fixes it.
Yeah, when you mute yourself, it fixes it, or when I take you off the screen, it fixes it. So it's something coming from you. Look on your whole screen. Make sure there's nothing playing in the background. Sorry, guys. We're just having some technical problems. Problemos.
Okay, my StreamYard is my only screen up. None of the other screens had anything playing on it.
Okay. Mute it. Can you mute your StreamYard so that can you take your volume on your whatever you're using and take it all the way down and unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Is the volume all the way down?
I turned the media all the way down.
I don't know. There's something. It's something on your end, and I don't know what changed. But
Do you want me to come back?
Try that. You leave and come back, and then if that doesn't work, just make yourself muted until you want to talk. Until we're almost done anyway. Sorry, guys, we're having some tech problems. Thank you so much, Lisa, for the $2.99 super sticker. Your support means everything to me. I heard Shannon saying that did she have a haunted doll of some sort? That I used to love dolls, and then people started talking about how dolls were creepy and haunted, and so now I don't really like them so much. But I was a real doll person. I played with dolls until I was like 13 years old. Hopefully Shannon's coming back. Let me get my screen together and we can start showing, because I think the sesh starts going into talking about the case. And I see Shannon's back, so I'll bring her up in just a second. Okay. Let's unmute you just to see if it's better.
Okay, how is this?
Better. Yay.
Yay.
If only we had just done that.
Well, now we know for future purposes.
Yes. Well, I've never had that happen before, so I thought for sure it was me. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Doll, and she like crawled her ass out of the trash and was speaking Spanish.
Yeah, and then all of the comments on the video were like, yeah, because it's sold with 2 different dials.
Yeah.
English and Spanish.
Who is a cameraman and equipment tech and a co-host investigator on Ghost Adventures, had a crazy fucking incident recently unfold in his life. It's very scary. And if you aren't familiar with the show, you probably are to some degree if you're like a fan of MHM, especially Lights Out, because they even dressed up as
Zach.
Josh was Zach, right? Then who's Austin? Which one was Austin supposed to be?
Was he Jay? I don't know. Remember?
Yeah, I think it was Jay.
But this is absolutely wild. Okay, so Aaron's wife, Victoria Goodwin, was taken into custody on March 6th in Clark County, Nevada on charges of solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Authorities discovered this alleged murder for hire plot after the phone of a Florida prisoner named Grant Amato was confiscated as contraband and searched. Okay, this is how dumb these people are. And they found these messages between the two of them that revealed this whole fucking plot, which blows my mind in 2024, 2025, that people are still dumb enough to correspond about shit like this on their phones.
I know.
What do you think is going to happen? Like,
No,
how dumb can you be? Pretty fucking dumb, apparently.
Well, this is a pretty dumb plot, in my opinion. So it doesn't sound like these people were rocket scientists coming up with these ideas.
That's true. And I think I remember reading somewhere that she was using a burner phone. So maybe she thought So maybe she thought she'd be safe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I do think people think burner phones are safe, that you can just crush them and walk away from them or whatever. I don't know if it's true.
But without going into too much detail, because
burner phones only work if you get rid of them.
Yeah.
If you still have it in your possession, then they're going to see everything.
They don't work. They're evidence.
You know, we don't normally cover true crime in the show. We try to keep the sesh pretty light for the most part. And like I said, I might cover this later on. But Grant was convicted of the murder of his mother, father, and brother. And that all occurred on the evening of January 24th, 2019. And before he committed the murders, Grant had developed an obsession or kind of infatuation with a Bulgarian model and cam girl. And he was stealing money from his family to send to her, which amounted to $200,000 to pay for a webcam session. $200,000 for a webcam session?
Can you imagine?
Well, no, okay. I think
just to talk to someone. That's all you're doing is talking. Ugh.
Why can't I make that kind of money?
I don't know. I mean, you probably could. There's the OnlyFans stuff, and you could. People like to look at like weird stuff too. Like you could do like a foot thing. Like there's websites dedicated to feet, and although that weird stuff comes with that. So
Are you saying that I'm weird, Amy?
No, not at all.
You could, Janet. People like to look at weird stuff.
You know who told me about it was my therapist. So who's weird? My therapist telling me that people could do it. So I'm just passing on the weird information to my weird
Wow.
friend.
Thanks,
From one
therapist.
Other weird friend. I didn't tell her that I knew weird stuff comes along with that kind of stuff. So anyway.
I think that was just like it accumulated to that much.
Okay,
like, over time.
So that much in sessions.
Mhm.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Some good money in that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
For sure.
So his family had tried to help by sending him to rehab, but after a week of treatment, he returned home where he argued with his father over continuing contact with the cam girl. And this argument was the motive for their murders that occurred only a month later. So very, very sad, very scary. And he was apprehended after a 24-hour manhunt. He was put on trial, found guilty, sentenced to life in prison.
Drink every time Kendall just blazingly says the M word. Because she can, because she's rich and can do it.
Prison whole shebang without the possibility of parole. And he is serving his sentence in the Tomoka Correctional Facility or Correctional Institution in Daytona Beach, Florida. So anyway, back to Victoria and how she's connected to Grant. Police say that Victoria watched a documentary about Grant. That's so crazy that you would like solicit someone based on finding them through a true crime documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And he was featured in an episode of Control Alt Desire on Paramount Plus. Never heard of that one.
Yeah, I think that everybody and that all their podcasts, that they're all on a health kick because they're all looking very good. They're all looking trim, and I think they're doing that CrossFit and stuff like that. So they're on that kick. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Because she used to be a plus size girl, Kendall.
Really?
Yeah, she's lost probably, I would say 70, 80 pounds, maybe.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And became pen pals with him.
That's so weird.
But so many people do this.
I know.
Pen paling it up with murderers and jail. Why? So according to police records from Us Weekly, Victoria started writing to Grant in May of 2024. And at some point between May and October, they started communicating by text. And the murder for hire plan started in October when Victoria...
I would be afraid to be a pen pal with somebody I didn't know. Like I did a live last week with somebody, and I mentioned like in college, one of my friends went to prison and I was a pen pal with that person. But I would be afraid to be a pen pal and not have like a P.O. box or something. I couldn't imagine letting them write to my house, you know?
Oh, hell no.
That seems terrifying to me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Allegedly sent text message.
Yeah, because I mean, I interviewed somebody who wrote to Chris Watts, and we're friends now. But you know, she had a P.O. box, and she did it for a purpose because you know she's Christian and believes that was what God told her to do. But she got a P.O. box, and I can't imagine. Well, she got a burner phone, this girl. So, I mean, she was not like she was giving out her phone number. But I bet you Grant knew her phone number, her real number. I bet he did.
Oh, probably.
Ugh.
Messages to Grant about getting out of her marriage. Police reports say that on October 2nd, 2024, Victoria and Grant discussed setting aside $11,515 to hire a third person whose name has been redacted. We don't know who that is at this point, to complete the job from the outside. Police say that Victoria made a down payment of $2,500, and they discussed Aaron's location and what type of car he drove so that Grant could pass the information along to this hitman.
I'm sorry, $11,515 to kill someone?
Dude.
And what $11,515? Where did they come up with that amount?
You got me.
And 99 cents. Bizarre. Why did they do something weird like that?
Maybe so it wouldn't look like a flat amount suspicious.
Yeah, maybe.
Even in Barron's case, it was like 17, I want to say, but split between two high school students. Barron Lee's case. You should go check it out if you haven't seen it.
Is so crazy to me.
I know. I mean, they're teenagers, so but like the amounts people will take I've heard of way less than 11 too.
Yeah, the amount that people will take to unalive somebody is just amazing to me. Like $11,000 to end a life.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
It's wild.
That's absolutely insane to me.
So in some of her messages, she told Grant, "I'm so anxious. LOL. LOL.
Not to mention $11,000 spends super fast. Like you'd have it in your account and it'd be gone tomorrow with today's economy. So
Right.
not worth it.
Did she spend that amount just buying eggs?
Right.
In all caps.
And then you have 99 cents left.
In another, she said, "I just can't believe it's happening." She also asked, like, "How did I get to this point? Am I a bad person?" Bitch, yes. Yes, you are. Grant asks why she thought that, and she replies, "Because I chose to end his existence, not divorce." Being fully aware of that and still going, like, oh.
It's
And
almost like a brag when you say, "Am I a bad person?" Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So interesting. Every time I cover a case where someone either hires a hitman or just straight commits murder because they want to be done with their marriage, it's always the top comments of like, why would anyone think that's a better option than a divorce? It's so mind-blowing. The fact that people think they're going to get away with shit like this, especially when you're sloppy and dumb as these people are.
In text.
Just, especially in 2025, with how far we've come with DNA.
Like Grant Amato would be the last person that would come to my mind to think who I could hire a hit from. It just seems like the way he went to prison because he killed his family over a cam model. The way he bungled that case, his own case. Why would I think he could hire a hitman to help me out? Like Grant Amato just is the last person I would trust.
Right? You would want to like ask a professional hitman or someone that maybe was a mobster or something, someone that had real connections, not just someone that, you know, took it into their own hands to red rum their family. What experience does that give him?
Right? And he's probably the bottom of the barrel in prison too. I can't imagine he's top of, like, unless he's getting, well, he might be getting money. So if he's getting money, that might be how he's keeping himself afloat. I don't know. Like, it just seems to me like people like Grant Amato, Chris Watts, the only reason they're afloat is that people are giving them tons of money. I was watching this Susan Smith thing, and she is getting tons and tons of money. Somebody said, like, if Susan Smith, because she's coming up for parole and she got denied and she comes back up in 2026, when she gets out of prison, she'll be a rich woman because she's got so much money put away. And it's just outrageous to me that these murderers are coming out rich.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well.
Yeah. I mean, Gypsy Rose is a millionaire. It just is outrageous to me.
I mean, the investigations these days are so intensive that it's surprising to me that people still try to commit these murders and get away with them. And I mean, yes, some people do. Fucking Casey Anthony.
Yeah. Well, like, even thinking about it, like, when you are in contact with an inmate, don't their letters, like, they have to go through like
it's
screening and stuff,
they're
right?
texting.
No, I'm saying, but like when they were pen pals, like even if they had, you know, move this conversation to like letter, like pen and paper,
yes, that's all.
Then it would have.
Should
and
be,
like, why are you trying to hire a hitman that's in jail? Like they are under so much surveillance, like
because he knows of someone. I don't know.
I mean, that's a good point. They are under so much surveillance. Why would you? What? Although they all have their own cell phones, I imagine. Like, I've been watching this Jumpsuit Pablo, and he's like saying how easy it is to get a cell phone. But I mean, to have a cell phone, those cell phones, he said, are like $1,000. But it sounds like he has it.
Yeah, I did read that he was using an illegal cell phone.
Ah, okay.
So,
but you see what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Just stupid. There is no understanding the logic of it.
No.
And I wonder if anything was written in letters that would be incriminating, or if all of that was done over the text messages.
It's really unclear.
Because it's possible. I mean, things do slip by.
That's true.
In letters all the time. They kind of scan them, and they don't have, a lot of them don't actually go through and read them word for word or take what they're saying seriously. But yeah, it was all on his texts. Just like, How dumb can you be?
So stupid.
But he's pretty high profile. It seems like they would watch him because him being who he is.
Oh yeah,
according
definitely.
to the report on
Yeah, sorry, I keep hitting it too fast.
October 3rd, Grant connected with the alleged hitman and said that he would call Aaron to distract him. So scary. And then he texted the hitman multiple times asking, he's asleep right now in the hotel room. I need to know what's going on. Can I get an update? Was it done? And that same day, correction officers confiscated his phone from his cell, and a search was conducted on an unspecified date, and exactly what prevented the hit from following through is unclear. Thankfully, it did not happen. So then fast forward to recently, March 4th, 2025, officials in Florida contacted authorities in Nevada where Aaron and Victoria live to notify them of, well, really just to notify Aaron. Obviously, Victoria fucking knew about it, but to notify him of the alleged plot. So then obviously Victoria was, jig was up. She was arrested and she was taken in for questioning on March 6th. And she told authorities that she and Aaron were, quote, going through some marital problems, but denied wanting to kill him.
How can you deny that, dude?
Yep. She says she doesn't remember sending those text messages. Slipped her mind.
Isn't it amazing how very important things like this just happen to slip people's minds? Oh,
right.
Did I text a murderer in prison?
With a burner phone that I went out and bought?
I seem to remember doing that.
She just forgot about it.
She was just daydreaming.
Sleepwalking. People actually try to do that. And actually, to clarify, some sleepwalking cases, actually, people are found not guilty.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Austin about it.
Yeah,
they did an episode recently.
Yep.
And he was telling me about this one guy who literally drove. He was sleepwalking. He woke up, drove to his sister-in-law's house or something, and killed the
Josh
parents.
was telling me too.
And
Crazy.
I did that. I slept drove. So it happens, my friends. It happens. And when I told my, when I was, because of course I was seeing a therapist at the time, the psychiatrist told me that her husband is a psychiatrist, and the same thing happened to one of her husband's clients, only the person unalived somebody. So I can't tell you how lucky I felt.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It happened
I'm glad
before I moved to Florida.
I'm glad you didn't unalive anyone, Amy.
Me too. I'm glad I didn't. Because, I think that's one of the reasons I cover these cases is because I've had so many things happen in my life that, if I made one wrong turn or I did something different and the outcome was different. And I just feel really grateful that I didn't have to go down that road. So I just, yeah. But it was I was taking one of those sleep medications. I always forget the name of it. It's not the Lunesta one; it's the other one.
Abilify?
No. Is that the one that makes you? It's like in the same category as Lunesta, but I can never remember the name. I think it starts with an A. But anyway, it's one of the ones that it's a sleep medication, and I was sleepwalking. I was sleepwalking during that time. When I get really stressed out, I sleepwalk, and I had some errands I needed to do. And it was during the day, and I hadn't slept that night, and I decided not to do the errands, and I was just going to go to bed. And so I took the pill and I went to bed, but I got back up and I went out and did the errands, not knowing, I was sleeping.
Scary.
Yeah, I did a lot of scary shit too. So even at the bank, the lady knew there was something wrong with me, and she didn't stop me. She called somebody that knew me. She didn't stop me. She called me. She called somebody because I went through the bank drive-through. I don't remember any of this. It's a small town, so everybody was calling people and telling them what I was doing, but no one was stopping me. So I had to get my prescriptions, and I put my prescriptions through the bank slot. The thing that sucks them up. She was she said I sent my prescriptions through, and then she brought them out to me, and I drove away without them. So I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was crazy. So it happened, my friends, and It was terrifying.
Well, we're all relieved that you are safe.
And I didn't go to prison or anything for it.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, I think that it's quite possible, but I don't think it's possible to buy a burner phone and text a man in prison and plot your husband's murder and not remember. I don't think that's possible.
I agree.
Got acquitted.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to prove that he was sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are really dicey, interesting cases. But when authorities asked why she sent Grant the money, because she's like, oh, I don't remember sending these text messages, but I sent him $2,500. She said that it was for cell phones so that they could communicate. It's just it's so sad. How can you imagine what it would be like to find out something like this, that someone has been plotting this against you? And they weren't even married that long. They just got married in August of 2022 at Disneyland's Haunted Mansion.
Isn't it crazy? They got married at Disneyland's Haunted Mansion, and she.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, it does seem like a fun place to get married, and then she turns around and does this. That's a pretty dress she has on too. It looks like it's a blush color.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, in the ride, and they haven't been shy about sharing their relationship with their followers. It's all been online, and for 4 months, Aaron was completely unaware that his wife is texting this fucking guy in prison, trying to get him killed, plotting his murder.
It's, my God.
And sources close to Aaron say that he felt blindsided and devastated at the turn of events involving his wife. He said that he thought they were in a happy marriage. Imagine, God.
I wonder how true that is. Like if he really thought that.
Or if they were like having problems.
Because I think he did.
Do you think that he thought they were in a happy marriage?
I think men can be clueless.
Yeah.
And obviously she was not forthcoming about how she was feeling, because she thought that murdering him was going to be easier than just divorcing him.
Like, divorce is painful and rough, but I would imagine going through a murder would be even harder.
Yeah. And, I don't know how often he was on the road with the show, and I don't know if she went with him, but, I mean, it's possible he didn't know. All the pictures that I've seen that they had on social medias, they looked like a happy couple. So I think it's possible he didn't know.
Yeah, I think it is. But I think that she had to have been giving him signals, but like he probably was not picking up on them.
Yeah.
Because like even like they posted each other constantly
Right,
on social media
is full of bullshit usually.
Yeah.
I know, but
it seems like the people that post the most, I don't know, well, that's not always true, but you know what I mean? Sometimes people overcompensate a little bit on the socials.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, I don't know, like from even watching him for so many years, he seems like a very genuine person, to be honest. So I honestly do believe that he thought that he was in a happy relationship.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, he just posted on New Year's with her kissing in front of a sign that says "Kiss Me." Happy New Year's, everyone. God, dude, had no idea what this year was going to be for
She
him.
was keeping up with it too.
Yeah.
Posting on their anniversary. That was in January.
Well, what was she going to do? She failed, so she's not going to be like, hey, FYI, I tried to get you killed 4 months ago.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Posting
she
on
looks like she's
Valentine's Day.
overcompensating, but
Yeah. I want. There's got to be so much more detail to this that hasn't come out. And I don't know if it ever will. But it seems
This
like
one's crazy. A week before she got arrested, she posted a picture with her cat and then like his leg and was like, cuddle puddle with my boys.
Can you? Oh my God, how shocking
Yeah.
this would be.
That's wow. Huddle puddle with my boys. And yet she had planned to unalive one of them.
And it wasn't the cat.
Yeah. The cat was staying.
Devastating beyond words.
Right?
Like, you feel so violated that you've been like living and sleeping with this person.
Devastating.
Oh my!
I
so
really like
traumatic.
that is so.
That would be. How do you ever trust again when you find out that the person that you've been sleeping with fell in love with a prisoner and was plotting your unaliving?
Yeah, I mean, and how does that make him feel? That she didn't want to be with him anymore, but she was okay being with someone that committed familicide and was in prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be like, oh my God, am I a piece of shit because this person was better for her than me?
I know. Yeah. How do you get over that?
I don't know. That's just devastating.
Okay, let's move on and let's take a peek at some of their Michigan ghost adventures. Hold on one second. Let me get it up. Oh, hold on a second. What does it want me to do? Oh, I don't have to drag them together. Just pick the two. I've been having to like prove it's me over on TikTok for some reason.
That's crazy.
Yeah, something happened. I got accepted to this YouTube program and they connected to my computer and I think it did something too because I'm having to do it over on YouTube too. See, I don't understand what's going on.
I don't get on TikTok a lot, so I really don't. Oh, okay.
All right, there. But the sound is really low.
These guys are used to being spooked, but on Monday, they would have gladly traded in all of their ghost hunting gear for a weather radio. Zach, Aaron, and Nick were in Marion County working on a feature for their Travel Channel show, Ghost Adventures, when, well, let them explain.
We're about to get on this boat to go out into the water
to find the cave of Chief Dragon Canoe. And all of a sudden, boom, and this happens.
A floating dock from Hales Bar Marina was picked up, twisted, and thrown onto the road. 6 boats floated away. You can see some being rounded up here. 3 vehicles and another boat were damaged.
We were doing an interview over there before our lockdown tonight, and all of a sudden this huge storm hit, and it's weird because we were just talking about the curse of the Cherokee Indian Chief Dragon Canoe.
This 18th century war chief is going to have to put on quite a show after dark because Zach, Aaron, and Nick started their day with front row seats to Mother Nature's fury.
Good thing we weren't.
I think Zach has said that someplace in Michigan is among the places that he will never visit again.
Watching Adventures Top 10 series on Discovery Plus. I want to answer, what is the top 5 places that you would never want to go back? I'm going to say number 1, Bobby Mackey's Music World. Number 2, Goatman's Bridge.
Yes, I love Goatman's Bridge.
Where is Goatman's Bridge?
I don't know, but I'm guessing it's the same one that Ryan and Shane went to.
Oh.
I love it.
3, Vicksburg, Mississippi, the building where the hair salon was that had one of the most terrifying moments in my life. Let's get to number 4. It wasn't on Ghost Adventures, but it was a place that I investigated, Demon House. I have to put that probably at the top of the list. Number 5, where else would I never want to return to? Point Sur Lighthouse, just because we had to take a boat there, and I got seasick, and I don't like the ocean. It scares the heck out of me, and I don't want to go back on a boat again in the ocean in fear of capsizing and getting eaten by a big, nasty shark. Enjoy streaming.
Okay.
So which one was the Michigan one?
I think it was the Lighthouse one, the last one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure though. Okay. So here is Mackinac Island. I'm afraid to show any of his shows that aren't like news clips because then we'll get struck. So
yeah, don't do it. It's not worth it.
what is the demonic possession of Zach?
In 2011, a single mother and her family moved into a rental house in Indiana. They had absolutely no idea that the home was already occupied by some truly terrifying tenants. Using a portal located under the stairs, the demons had created a kind of nest in the basement of the house. What followed became one of the most terrifying, well-documented cases of demonic possession in American history. It's a case that had a profound impact on me as well. After spending a night inside, I developed a strange affliction with my eyes, and I suffered permanent double vision. After several doctors were unable to find any scientific explanation for what had happened, I knew he did this to me. I now believe that the demons who invaded this home infected it like a kind of virus, and anyone who went inside was affected in some kind of way. For me, it was my eyes, but for others, they paid an even bigger price.
I believe it. That's just like what I was saying, that I feel like doing paranormal investigations sped up my autoimmune issues.
I can see that happening.
There was that one guy that did Paranormal State. Didn't he pass away from cancer? Or he had it? I don't know. I think he did pass away from it. But the guy from Paranormal State.
Maybe. I didn't watch that one ever.
See,
so I don't know.
This guy right here. This guy.
Oh.
I can't remember his name. He was a really nice guy too. I'm talking like he's not alive anymore. Ryan Buell. Because I know he had cancer at one point. Yes, he's still alive. Okay.
Good.
He's a professional therapist, but I know he got really sick for a while. So.
Well, it looks like he did some time in rehab.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have actually for tonight. I think we should keep our eye on this case though, as it goes to court. See what happens. More stuff is going to come out for sure.
There has to be. They can't leave it like this.
No.
No one knows anything.
Let's see what the chat's saying really quick. Kathleen says, I love Ghost Adventures. Awesome show. Amato with a big alien head of yours. I know, it's crazy. Rich and skinny go hand in hand. If you can hire your own chef and stuff like that, yeah, probably. Or you can get Ozempic or something.
True.
Okay, guys, everyone, thank you for being here. Shannon, was there anything else that you thought we should cover?
No, I think I'm good. I'm just excited to be like in the ground level with you on a show, on a topic. So now I don't have to pop up and wonder what the heck is going on.
Yes, now you know.
Now I know.
The inside scoop, and now you know all about Grant Amato. You should watch. I am going to watch the docuseries now because we're talking about him, and because he's a Florida man, and I've been doing Michigan Man Mondays, but putting the WO in front of the man, like and Florida Man Fridays. So now we can do this case we can do it on Michigan, we can do it on Monday or Friday because Grant's from Florida and Zach is from Michigan. It's like,
and I'm from Michigan.
Yes, or we could do it on Sundays because it's paranormal.
I know. I'm super excited.
It's a dream. It's like the chef's
I don't think I want to watch the documentary though.
Oh,
because what happens if I fall in love with him?
Oh, well, you gotta write him first, Shannon. You gotta write them. Oh, Chad. By the way, Chad, if she's gonna write them, you better be scared.
I'm not gonna. All right. Well, it was a good night. Good night, fun show. Goodbye, Amy. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, Shannon. Okay, guys. Thank you, Lisa, for the super sticker. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Be sure to leave the DNA. Show us some love. Dance your fingers right up to the hearts and thumbs up button. Helps us dance out into the algorithm. Party out there. Bring more people back. It's just a free way to help us out, and it's really, really appreciated. If nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, oh, I forgot I had to leave and come back. So got to get it ready. If nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I'm still going to tell you this. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Carefully strumming this old guitar, words rolling out into the fire. Never ask why my heart burned blue.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me.
Here in the darkness, I hear my cue. Time to find some solitude. Here where my soul bleeds openly, deep in the heart of sin and you. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.